Greetings, friends and family. I'm gonna let Ryan introduce, and then I have a shit ton of things I'm gonna read. I'm so excited to be here, and he's sleepy.
I'm Ryan. I'm your resident wrestling fan here to watch some UFC with. I only know Sean Strickland, well, whole montage,
For
but
now.
I don't really think I'll know any of his fighters.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited for you to see what I have in store for us today. I'm really excited to just see your reactions and see what you think. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah. Look at Ryan's face. He's like, what the fuck? Okay, so we have updates for, before we get into all of that, we have updates for UFC 314. I'm just gonna rattle off all of the points I have on just the updates of what happened at UFC 314, which was last Saturday on the 12th of April. I don't know my time ever. Where was it? Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. Okay, anyways. So UFC 314 took place on April 12th, 2025 at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. The event featured a series of compelling bouts, including title fights and stand-up performances. And so this is my concise rundown of that situation. We had main card highlights was the featherweight title bout. Alexander Volkanovski defeats Diego Lopes via unanimous decision at 48-47, 48-47, 49-46, 49-46 to reclaim the UFC featherweight championship. Volkanovski overcame an early knockdown, showcasing resilience and tactical prowess throughout the five-round battle. Really excited for Volkanovski. Congratulations on getting that belt back. I know that it means a lot to both him and a lot of people, so riha. Lightweight bout. Paddy Pimblett secured a third-round TKO victory over Michael Chandler. Pimblett's aggressive striking overwhelmed Chandler, marking a significant win in his career. Really excited for Paddy. He always looks really fucking cool. I feel like Ryan would really like him, so yeehaw.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, you did, yeah. I feel like we talked about it at some point, so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for him.
Featherweight bout, John Silva submitted Bryce Mitchell in the second round with a ninja choke. You guys can tell that I'm a little bit happy about that, but yeehaw. Fuck around, you're gonna find out. Silva's performance was both technically impressive and theatrically memorable. Obviously, there was a lot of hype for that, so I'm glad that it progressed the way it did. Light heavyweight bout, Dominic Reyes achieved first round knockouts against Nikita Krylov, delivering powerful punch that ended the fight swiftly, so cool for that. I'm going to quickly run through the preliminary cards notables as well too. If I butcher anybody's names, I apologize deeply, just like bear with us. There's a lot of people from a lot of places. Featherweight bout, Danny Gay defeated Sean Woodson via third round TKO. Women's strawweight bout, Virna Jandiroba earned a unanimous decision over Yao Xiaonan, positioning herself at the top as the top contender in the division. Lightweight bout, Chase Hooper appointed veteran Jim Miller with a unanimous decision. Featherweight bout, Julian Rosa secured a first-round TKO against Darren Elkins. Middleweight bout, Michael Alexeychuk was right, defeated Cedric Dumas via first-round TKO. Flyweight bout, Sue Mutareshi? I don't remember. Edged out Mitch Rapso with a split decision victory, and then middleweight bout Marco Tullia achieved a second round TKO over Chayshawn Gore. And finally, women's bantamweight bout, Nora Cornell submitted Haley Cowan in the second round with a rear naked choke. Yeehaw for all fighters, congratulations, awesome card, UFC 314. Performance bonuses. Yeah! Performance bonuses of the night, fight of the night was Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes, and performance of the night was obviously Paddy Pimblett versus John Silva, so riha. Riha for all the boys and girls and anyone else. Yeah, I'm obviously stoked for that, so yeah.
When's 315?
315 is on the 10th of May, and it is in Montreal, and I believe it's Bilal versus Madalena. It's always on there, that are headlining that, and we'll get more into that. I wish I was going, because it's actually close to me, but travel shit, it's fucking expensive, so we're not. Well, one day, we'll get there. Okay, so for tonight, for today, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm so bright and bushy-tailed in the morning. We had like a storm It was cool. There was so much lightning. I love lightning. We're gonna start with Sean Strickland versus Nassourdine Imavov, and that was at. It was like UFC Fight Night. What did I say last time? 40, 76, something like that. The reason that we're watching it is because last time I was playing UFC 5, shout out to UFC 5, EA Sports, and that was the matchup, and I was like, there's no way that, I was like, is it real? Because I wanna see if it's real, and it's real, so we're gonna watch it. Apparently it was exciting. And then we're gonna get into the other several that we're gonna watch. I'll to kind of announce them as we go. Or shall I announce them now? What do you think, Rye?
Still as we go.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I've dropped a link into the chat, and then I've also dropped these guys into the Discord. So follow along if you guys would like. And yeah, we're gonna get her done.
Sweet.
You're
I'm
on
already ready.
Hmm?
Yeah, start up. Go. How about you?
Hold on, I'm not there yet, naturally. What are your thoughts so far?
I like Strickland. I know he said a lot of controversial stuff, but every time I've seen him fight, I think I saw him like he fought not too long ago, didn't he? I saw that live.
Yeah, it was
like
DDP versus him, the second one, and he ate shit. He had a staph infection on his arm fighting that. What is that, John? But he's been going through stuff. I understand trying to like talk to people and have an online presence is. He's like a figurehead now, but it's hard. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, he's obviously a good fighter. Like you never take that away from him. And he's pretty like serious. Like, he's totally serious about it. I mean, it goes without saying. But
Yeah.
I'm ready to see more in action. I've only seen like, other than that one fight, I've mostly just seen clips, and that I think he beat up Sneeko.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, beat up Sneeko is like, let's be gentle about that, because like Sean's punching power is very strong, right? Like he's a UFC fighter, champion, right? So even if he like boops you in the face, it's still gonna suck. Sean, like, Sneeko decided to go, from what I remember and know, Sneeko decided to go and like fight him and call him out and like did the whole thing, gathered all the people, and he basically just went into the ring with him and then like booped him a few times. Like he didn't beat him up, he just hurt him a little bit because the dude asked him to. And then the dude like cried about it, or there was like a whole entire thing, and it's like, yeah, well, UFC fighters shouldn't like beat people up, but also you shouldn't fight UFC fighters. They are trained professional athletes.
If you want to get into a ring with a UFC fighter, like, that's on you.
Right? Like,
better
don't bitch and cry after they do their job.
The tiger's den at the zoo, and then be like, why did the tiger bite me so hard? He should know better. It's ridiculous. Like, no, if you want to fight a UFC fighter, you should know what you're getting into. Point blank period. You shouldn't have to go easy on you because you're a niche internet micro celebrity. No,
Facts.
That's ridiculous.
Absurd. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, Sean says controversial shit, but Sean's also autistic, so that's okay. Not okay. You don't use your autism to excuse things. It's just that he will say things that are like on his mind, A, and B, like, you just say the truth. So a lot of us with autism just say the truth, and apparently that's socially unacceptable, but fucking hey, we live in 2025 and the world is different now, so fuck it out.
Live in the world of truth, that's all I should say.
Rehab.
That's a little mean. Maybe I'll take that back.
Alright, shall we get started on this experience? I'm so excited for it. It's not even funny. Yes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you do
Ready?
countdown. I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Was this during the pandemic?
Yes, I want to say. This was last year.
Oh, what? Why is it not a lot of people?
It's probably the pandemic. You're probably right about that. Look how young he looked. I know this was like not that long ago, but just like look how he's so. I also really love Sean's, is it Philly shell, I think? That thing he does where he, like, stands behind his thing, arm, and then fucks you up from the other side. Really effective, really fun. I can't do it. I can't do anything. I'm so bad at fighting. Sometimes.
Yeah, the thing about Strickland, like he doesn't like waste a lot of energy. Like he's every like movement he does is methodical. You see the other guy like he's like jumping around a lot. I feel like it's kind of hyping it up, but it's slowly but surely gonna gas him out a bit.
Nassourdine is pretty. So Nassourdine's like a French Dagestani fighter. It's always really fun.
Okay.
That combination. Is it French? Yeah, he's French. That was one of the things I was like talking to somebody about it at some point, and then they were like, why are you, they always bring like neurodivergence into this, and I was like, no, but listen. So like, again, neurodivergent fighters, there's like this ability for like pattern recognition, right? So when you say that like he's calculated and stuff, it's like incredible because like some people, not all people, everybody's brain is different, but you can like track movements and like on like an instinctual level almost like predict them. Like their pattern recognition and like predictability is just like better. There's things that they lack also, but some of it is better, and I think that really contributes to like fighters like Sean and several other fighters that are capable of doing that, and I think it just makes them highly effective when you pair a brain that can like pattern recognize like that with a body that's capable of like, and reaction time that's capable of actually doing it. Magic. And then you put it into a fucking Sean body and it just release it on the people, and, you know.
Yeah, I can tell like the other guy's really nervous.
Maybe. He's definitely like also a really good fighter. I just think that they fight differently. 'Cause he has this like you can't see it here because Sean is Sean and he's very like aggressive, like pushes, but it's that I was reading about different types of like thinking and brains and stuff. It's that difference between like trained skill where you know what you're supposed to be doing versus like this like chaos, almost pressure, that's the word, that Sean brings because of the way that they're perceiving the fight. So I think that Nassourdine is trying to come at it from like a very tactical way, and then Sean is just doing Sean will react to what people do, and he will like synchronize with their fighting style, and then just like fuck them up from inside. Plays mind games.
Gotcha.
So I'm so stoked. I love Sean.
Yeah, I know. Is he your favorite? I'm pretty sure he's your favorite.
I struggle to say whether like it's a favorite or not, because I feel like there's so many different like spaces. I kind of look at MMA and UFC especially as like a planet, and then like there's different like spikes, right? Like different champions in each space. So it's like depending on which camp or like depending on which sphere, because like Brazil has a lot of like really cool fighters. Again, like Dagestan has a lot of really cool fighters. Europe has a lot of cool fighters. Bits in Africa. The States is the States. So it's like per sphere. I think he's definitely one of my favorite fighters in the US. But then, like, I think about fighters like Sugar Sean, right? Where, like, he's probably ranking at the top of my favorite fighters for, like, new generation, Gen Z kind of fighters. You know, and you can't really compare them because they're so different, but they're both so fucking good for different reasons.
I get what you're saying. Like, they can be, like, different, but I feel like you have to have, you don't have to, but I feel like you can still have, like, a favorite amongst all of them.
A favorite? Like, I don't know, but I love Islam. Like that's where it's hard for me because I'm just like, okay, like I love Strickland, but then like, I think about the you know like, Caucasus, like Eurasian camps, right, or Russian camps, and they.
Yeah, but, like as an individual, like who's your favorite from the camp?
From their camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Islam right now, just because like Islam is Islam, but. I'm also a huge fan of Tagir. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love him so much.
If you were to see Islam face Strickland, who would you be rooting for?
Probably Islam.
Well, then that makes Islam your favorite.
Yeah. But that's like a home kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where I'm just like, I can't root against like my own people and shit. Not that Sean's not my people, not that America, like, you know, it's like everyone's my people, but just like, I don't know, there's like a vibe there. Like, I feel like I brain meld with that camp better.
Buy a ticket to go see a fight for?
Huh?
Who would sell you? You know what I mean? If they were to put a UFC card in Toronto, what number one name would make you buy that ticket the quickest?
Well, Sean actually fought in Toronto. Sean, fuck it, what?
Well, I knew that. But like, hypothetically, you had expendable money to go to a UFC event. What would be the quickest, like, who would on that card be the quickest way to get you to buy that ticket? Not just UFC itself. Like, you can spend the money, but you're like, oh, thinking about it, you want to buy something else. But then this person's on the card, and you're like, nah, I gotta see this.
Yeah, Sean, Shavkat, let's see, any of the older fighters, like any of the last generation fighters would get me there. Are we talking about me specifically? Because, like, me specifically...
You as a person.
But any of those guys, like, literally if you put a UFC in front of me and I had expendable money to go to it, like, all of them, but...
Even if it was, like, this mega show where the ticket's, like, a crap ton of money, and, like, you kind of have it, but, like, you're, like, on the fence, like, I don't know if I want to spend all that, but then eventually you see this person on the card, you're like, I got to do this. Who would be that person?
That's a hard question. Yeah, because, like, a lot of them, but I think Islam still ranks there at the top, where, like, if it was him, I would have to go. Yeah. Yeah. Man, you ask the difficult questions. I hate that.
I like the thought-provoking questions. I get the gears turning.
You sure do.
Now you find out more about yourself.
Where is the Sean? Where?
Where is the Sean?
Where is the Sean? Is he in welterweight or is he middleweight?
This is light heavyweight. It says at the bottom.
Yeah, but he's not light heavyweight anymore. Also, really, he was light heavyweight.
Didn't he change? I saw that. I heard when I saw that fight that he had changed weight classes. I don't know when he went though.
Wild.
What was it? I think it was in like February that UFC card. That was a good show.
Which one? 300? Not 300.
Might have been like 312, 313. The last one Strickland was on. That was a really good card.
Who was on that card? Hold on. I should know. Oh, that was the card that... So 314 just passed. That was the card that, like, stressed me out to the max. There was, like, a few of them where, like, they had just the Dagestani fighters on for a while, and I almost expired during that time. It was a lot. UFC...
No, but Strickland wasn't on that one. Strickland was on the one before, was he not? 313?
313 was Pereira versus Ankalaev. That one. In the middle of Ramadan, I swear to God, I made dua for that man every day. I stressed for a month. It was a lot. UFC 312 was... Yeah, it was... UFC 312 was...
They did one in March, and then they did one in February. I'm pretty sure I saw it in February.
Yeah, February 9th was the one, was Strickland versus DDP 2. And then DDP won that one again. That was the one, so Strickland versus DDP 1 is how Sean lost his belt in the first place. But Sean only had the belt for like one defense. But he still did really great. I think that if he wasn't so popular in the media, and if he had like more time to just like mentally train, like he could do it, because he's an incredible fighter and I believe in him. I love you, Sean. I love you, Sean. And then on that card of DDP versus Strickland 2 was John Wei Lee versus Tatiana Suarez as well too, and that was fire. I'm always a big fan of Whaley. I might have a little crush on her, to be entirely honest. Just a wee one, guys. It's okay.
Nina's the reporter's name?
Nina what?
Like, you showed me a video of Nina? I saw a video of her recently. I
Yeah.
think she was at the, like, right now in Vegas.
Yeah, she did, I think she did a thing with her, and then, she just did it again. She just did a thing with, Rhea Ripley, so. I'm stoked for Nina and WWE content. Like, that's gonna be cool. And then the one before that was Makhachev versus Moicano, but that was because, Armin Tsarukyan or whatever, dropped out of that situation, so, okay.
Gotcha.
That one was stressful too, because it was like that one had like 3 of the Dagestani fighters on it, and it was a lot. It was a lot emotionally for me. It was a lot emotionally.
I can tell.
I don't know. And then also at the same time, there was like 5 other leagues that were doing stuff, and I was trying to track all of it. It was okay. I can do it.
Strickland looks like he's a little gassed.
Well, what is this, round 3?
I can't even really tell who's winning, if I'm being honest. It seems pretty even so far.
Right? GSP.
Yeah, this is definitely in the pandemic era.
Strickland versus GSP. We're gonna do that later. Where is he? Where's this man? I don't understand. Where is he? Oh, is it because it's in light heavyweight? Yeah, punch him with your foot. Sean Strickland.
Oh!
Where's this motherfucker?
See, the thing with Strickland, I literally feel like he's like a robot programmed to fight. Like, that's how he comes across to me. Like, he's not like even human. Like,
Yeah.
he is like programmed from the ground up to fight you in the octagon.
He really is. I mean, he's trained for a really long time. And he, again, it's like, it's those fighters that like really genuinely, this is what they, like their passion and what they do. That's where you like excel at it, right? Like, it's not just like I'm gonna just, whatever. I can't find him.
I'm gonna try my hand at this UFC thing.
Okay, there we go. He was literally, that's fine. I'm having oatmeal this morning with blueberries. And then this is...
I put protein powder in my oatmeal.
Nice. This is turmeric and pepper and vinegar. And it's really good for your skin and for your digestion, so reha. I usually also put honey in it, but I didn't have honey today, so. A little bit of...
put honey in it?
No, I know, right? You shouldn't drink vinegar as just a shot because it can burn your esophagus, so don't do that. Look, we have a fight and a fight. If you dilute it with water, usually like a little bit of warm water, and then like I put the shot in, and then put honey in, and I put more water in, and it's a good time. But now I've just like mixed a jar of it, and I like pour it in and dilute it and shove it in my body. Oh, Sean.
Oh, Sean.
I can also overhand you. Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Boom. Just don't. What is it, this one? There we go. What if we do? He reminds me of a lion. I don't know if you see that.
Yes.
But he like stalks his prey basically, and it's again adorable. We have that word. See, guys, I'm getting better slowly.
Totally. Yeah, I feel like Strickland is winning this.
Yes. Round 3.
Yeah. But like, it's not like.
I'm impressed that neither of them are like heavy bleeding yet. See, he does this like lion thing where like once he gets into the groove and stuff, he'll start like punching you, but every time he does it, my brain goes into this mode where like it just reminds me of like a lion when they do that like, and then they take you down, the arm thing for either Ryan or those that can't see me.
Yes.
For audio purposes. Shall we switch sides?
Oh, almost got a good backhand. Or back elbow even.
Yes, the Shara punch.
Strickland, right here you see a nice up jab from Imavov. Strickland with another jab all night. And those jabs, that's what he's looking for. That's his bread and butter.
No comment. Oh my god. I would do, but see, this is what I was saying. It's like a different vibe because I'm just thinking, I'm like, I would just give anything to go and see this. Almost anything. Chill.
Almost anything.
But it's such a different vibe for me watching, again, any of the Dagestani fighters versus me watching Sean. Like, I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, this would be so cool. It'd be so cool to see him like fight in person.
Maybe one day.
There was more to that. I forgot it halfway through my train of thought. Oh, what happened there, sir? I still need to like figure out this spin situation. A and B. I am holding A and B. There's so many things to learn, guys. I hate it.
They want to use his boxing, but on his terms. I believe they're using on points. Live on that top over the last 300 right now. Great job.
Yes.
Initiated by Imavov. Strickland able to escape easily.
See, he'll like paw at you. Also so shaved. I really want to watch a Strickland fight where he's got his like Tarzan hair or whatever. Ridiculous.
Tarzan hair?
Yeah, he used to have like really long hair.
Really?
Oh
I can't
yeah.
even see him like that.
Right? He looks, man. I don't even. There's this like, there's this meme where like it's like him with hair and it just says flirting and then him without hair, just harassment. It's really funny. But he was talking about how like women find him more attractive when he has his hair shaved, but they're also scared of him. They're like, I want to do the thing with you, but I'm also afraid that you're gonna like punch me or like beat me up or something. And I'm just like, that tracks. I see it as a lady. I see it. Professionally.
Yeah,
I don't feel that way towards Sean. It's all good.
I think them being scared of him like makes them more attracted to him.
Yeah, I think it's like he's like more of like a ooga booga man provider, like cave dude that will just like he's there to fight and fuck shit up and that's it. And then like when he's got the hair, it just kind of makes you feel like he's got poetry in there or something. Which is good. Both are good. Sean's still got poetry inside of him. There was like one video I saw where he was like, I was driving down the highway and I was like looking at videos of like how muskets were made in whatever, World War II or War I or whatever. And I was like, of course that's what you're doing. Like, of course you have a special interest and that special interest is obviously warfare and then you just do that and whatever. Like, I'm sure that he can write you a soliloquy on like battle strategy in World War I if you asked him, and that's his love language, you know. But you just gotta find a lady that asks you those things. See, every time I think that I'm making any kind of progress, I get reminded of like all this other stuff.
I take it you're playing UFC too? Or
Yeah.
How's
Yeah,
that going?
I'm trying to learn it, but it helps with like obviously like as you play the game, it also helps you recognize what's happening in fight, and they're very symbiotic with each other because it obviously like teaches you all the fighting as you yada yada. But do it, Sean. I just can't find the time to do
Poetry?
A plus B then B poetry. I wish. Actually, it's a good idea. I should start doing poetry. I keep meaning to do like journaling
Why
every
don't you
day.
like poetry? Do haikus about your fighters.
That's a good idea. Do some haikus. I might get chat to help me.
That's not real poetry if you have to use chat to help.
Shh, it is. Welcome to
Do it
2025.
from the no. I'm rejecting AI art because AI art shouldn't exist.
Sucks to suck. It's here to stay. They were talking about that with the Studio Ghibli thing, and I was just like, listen, I totally get it. Absolutely, like, real art should be real art. And also, this is the new world. Like, people make art of your art all the time with chat.
Graphic design.
Huh?
That's technological art, graphic design.
Yeah, exactly, right? So...
I'm like, that's him. Like, you're still making it.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Especially with ChatGPT and, like, what's it called? Like, poetry specifically. Just because experience. If you put your feelings into ChatGPT and, like, tell it your stuff, and then ask it to turn it into poetry, I think that's still poetry. I think that still counts, because it's your experience and it's your feelings, and, like, not everybody naturally has the talent or the, you know, privilege to get educated.
That's what makes it so profound, is because not everyone has that talent.
Yeah, but everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of people still want to express those experiences or those feelings and stuff like that, and that's totally valid, I think. And there's a lot of like beautiful stuff. Like if you struggle with expressing yourself, or like what if you're mute but you want to, you know, valid, totally valid. Or if you're like not English speaking, huh?
You just write it down.
Yeah,
Just write it down.
Yeah, but like if you don't speak English, for example, and you would like to be able to, you know, the privilege of that is that you go to get education and you like learn how to write poetry and you have to learn whatever, or you could just like express yourself and then ask ChatGPT to do the thing.
Oh, I think I think in that example, it's fine because you're placed at a disadvantage. But I don't think if you're in those parameters,
Yeah. Well, it goes,
it actually,
it's a gradient.
it's like,
Can we kick him higher? Is that a thing? Yeah, we can.
so,
Boom. I'm practicing this spin kick. Spin kick. Fuck you. Oh, wait, no. Spin kick. Haha. That's stupid. Oh, that one's less stupid. Yeehaw. Eat me, motherfucker. Okay, he learned. See, the AI learns eventually. Tells him, you're dumb. Do it, Sean, do it! But yeah, see, sometimes they pin them against the cage, and that, like, tires them out, and that's, like, a strategy, too.
yeah, of course, because they're trying to force their way out of it, and they have the leverage to put against the cage.
Yeah. I was like, is this the time for me to have my spiel on wrestlers? Because I was watching wrestlers. And what I've learned since yesterday is that it's acting, right? It's this middle ground between acting and fighting. And I think that's really cool and important because obviously it, like, shows a lot of stuff about America and whatever, or, like, the world. But I think that's a really, like, cool space where it's, like, because they were talking about how it was, like, one of the wrestlers and her co-wrestler mom, whatever, were gonna go to, like, another place to fight, and they were talking about how the people there were essentially mostly actors rather than wrestlers, and so, like, it was really hard to wrestle them, like, do the thing, because they would get more hurt, or they would, like, blah, 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 or they just, like, didn't know what they were doing. And I thought that was really cool, where I was like, yeah, that's the thing, where, like, you have to both be an athlete and, like, an actor. Whereas in UFC, your main priority is to be an athlete. And then, like, when you have to become an actor, when you do get famous and you have to deal with chat or, like, the public or whatever, it's, like, difficult. And then you have to learn how to be an actor, but not all fighters are actors, right? So a lot of them, that's where my thing with Ilya, like, that's where it kind of gets them, where, like, once they have to act, it's just, it kind of breaks down, and it breaks down their, like, character and shit, or fighting style. But in wrestling, you have to be both actor and athlete, but, like, actor kind of comes, well, it's half and half, but you don't have to be the same level athlete as, like, a UFC fighter, right? So.
I would disagree with that.
Really?
You don't have to be, but to excel, you have to be a same level athlete.
No, but, like, you don't have to know fighting specifically, right? To the same level. Like, as a UFC fighter, you should master MMA. And, like, to the point where you would be, like, a very effective, like, soldier, basically, right?
Right.
Whereas in wrestling... Sorry, go on. No, you go on.
I was going to say, with wrestling, you don't necessarily need to be, like, a master of your craft of fighting, but I do think, like, you have more options in what kind of athlete you would like to be.
Yeah.
Because there are, like, pro wrestlers that, like, do a lot of MMA infusions, so they train in MMA, like, religiously, so they can incorporate it. But then there's also, like, wrestlers that they're a lot more acrobatic, so they do more, like, parkour and like, you know, long jumping and you know, sprinting.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Sorry, I agree that you have to be a professional athlete. I just don't. You don't have to be a professional fighter. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be a professional MMA fighter.
Like, you could be a good wrestler and, like, never do a fighting class in your life.
Yeah. And, like, again, for UFC, like, you have to be a good MMA fighter. Like, that's your job, but you don't necessarily have to be a good actor.
No, you don't.
But it's like helpful to be comfortable with, like, improv or whatever. So it's cool. I really, like, appreciate the different arts and sports styles. I think they're all so important, and it's cool to get to see that, like, spectrum of both of them. So yeehaw, I'm loving it. Which one was it? This one? Nope. Sorry, Sean. Nope. Sorry, Sean. Nope, not that one. Definitely not that. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to kick you gently. It's not working. 113.85. Oh, significant strikes. Reha. But yeah, they're not even like covered in blood. That's crazy. For that kind of fight. Insanity.
Yeah, for a 25-minute fight, yeah. They probably like even did mixed ground and pound. Is this 2023?
2023. LFG Lopes, I'm sorry. We're kind of watching chat, kind of not watching chat. Hello.
Hello, Ellie Lopez, nice to meet you.
We're like on chat. I know we should, but we're just like not quite there to do chat things. But we love seeing you guys. Thank you for being in chat.
Yeah, thank you for saying.
And
are you watching with us? So video's over. What's our gonna pull up the Discord and see our assignment?
Cool. So Sean wins via, was it unanimous or split decision? I don't remember. That's okay. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, unanimous decision. Okay, so our next one is Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopes. This was UFC 300. This is a little hint as to what we're gonna watch later for those that have UFC hint brains. It's in the Discord chat, and then I'll also drop it into the chat as well in a minute.
So Diego Lopes versus
Sodiq Yusuff.
Diego Lopes?
Yeah. Oh my god, my phone hates me. Go. Let me just drop that into the chat.
So I've heard of Diego Lopes.
Yeah. So he just fought Volkanovski there. UFC 314. He's like an up and coming, like rising star or whatever. Within the UFC, really nice guy. He's really lovely, great fighter, like great person. This was one of his like first whatever bouts. As in adorable, because it is adorable. This was one of his first fights at UFC 300. UFC 300 was like a really big event. There was a lot of hype for it. It was really, really good. We'll get more into that. And so this was, I think he was like on, I can't tell if he was on the prelims or like whatever, but yeah, Reha. We can Google that actually. We can go take a look-see. One sec. Let's go take a look-see. Do. Okay, I can't go that far. That's fine. Whatever. It was on the UFC 300 card. Reha. Do you want to count us down?
Yeah, I'm ready. So 3, 2, 1, go.
30 versus 29, 5'9 versus 5'11, 146, 146, 71 reach, and 72.5 for Diego Lopes. Let's do it. Love Bruce Buffer. Adorable. They're all adorable.
Is this the opening fight?
This is...
Yeah, I think this is the opening fight. I could tell by the way he's into this thing.
They definitely had like prelims before this.
Yeah, I think this is the
but
first
yeah,
fight.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. What are they? Lightweight, right?
I think so.
Featherweight.
What's his Instagram?
Diego Lopez?
No, I was being a cheeky bastard. I was talking about the ref.
As always. Your specialty.
Yeah. Ooh, monster. I can go for one of those. Crypto.com. The Fall Guy. So this was like a year ago, I reckon, yeah? UFC 300?
This is what?
It's about a year ago, UFC 300.
No, UFC, well, this was last year, right? Diego Lopez versus Diego Lopez. Yeah, this was last year.
That's such a condescending weight class, featherweight.
When was... Right? It's fine. UFC 300 was on... Was it a summer event? That's crazy. I always... Oh my god.
Oh!
Yeah.
Write down.
Fuck shit up.
Oh, he's so quick.
It's brutal, but yeah, this is why he's had this his title fight so quickly, right? Because they have to fight for quite a while and like prove that they're worth the title fight. Jeez.
Write down. Oh, he's still in it though. He's still in it. Oh, he's done. He's
there
done.
We go.
He cooked him. That's a way to open the show.
Freehaw.
Reminds me of Dirty Dom with that mullet.
Does he go pledge allegiance to... Oh, Dana White. Okay, cool. Does he go pledge allegiance to Trump? Oh.
Oh my god, is that Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah. Generally. They'll have, like, somebody sitting there, sometimes it's Trump, and they'll just, like, jump out to go, like, say hi to Trump, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, guys. If you're happy. UFC 300 was apparently last year. Like, this time.
Yeah, I got. Well, they do it like once a month, so 314. Yeah.
You're right, but it's like, it's crazy for me, because I'm just like, I swear to God, it felt like it was yesterday. That's crazy, it was a year ago.
That's how I feel with wrestling too. I'm like, how did they... That was not that long ago. Yes, it was.
It's nuts. I feel old right now. I feel older. So I was like, nah, that was like... That's okay. It's okay. Alright, so that was that fight.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Oh, next one.
Our next one is Dustin Poirier versus Benoît Saint-Denis. This was UFC 229.
What the heck am I watching?
This part, I have no idea. I think it's just like the end bit of the dude reviewing it or something. Who knows? This one I'm excited for. I think I had like feelings about it at some point.
Feelings about it.
I have feelings about everything. As per usual.
Okay, I'm good to go.
I'm almost ready to go.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Ready?
Almost. Count us down whenever you're ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. Well, we didn't even get to fight Diego versus Diego, but that's cool. Whatever. Nope.
I mean, that guy used to be a fighter? Because he looks like he used to be a fighter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the judges all used to be like MMA fighters at some point. But like a long, long time ago, because most of them have been there since literally the beginning. This guy used to be, Saint-Denis used to be like a soldier in the whatever army. So he's like full ass a Marine. And then Dustin Poirier is obviously like one of the goats of UFC. One of them goats. So this was like a really cool technical fight, I believe.
Oh.
Unhinged. It's cool because so when you see dudes that like have fought in some kind of actual active combat, they fight differently because they fight almost in like a military way where like they go into this like headspace where like they are trying to it feels like they're pretending like they're in like an what's it called, like hand-to-hand combat situation, and they'll just like try to do the thing, which is different from like other fighters that go in there to like fight, or like again they're fighting for their passion or whatever. It just there's a different vibe to it, but very cool. And then this, I have to learn how to like hold my hands.
So what event was this? What number?
UFC 322, or sorry, UFC 299.
Gotcha.
So many numbers. UFC 299.
Oh.
Right? Like, they just get so creative.
Oh, go for that.
Wild.
Oh. Oh my god, that's a high stretch. Oh, he's got that neck crank.
It's crazy.
Yeah, these guys are going like right into it.
Right? Comparison to that, like, Sean being Nassourdine fight, right? Like, completely different energy. And it's wild to see, like, it's just so crazy to see, like, the different styles of people and how they, like, move and exist in their bodies and use them to chess play with other people's bodies.
I think it's Balder guys.
Who's your favorite so far?
Like that we've watched?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Strickland. That's just like how robotic he is.
Yeah. Statistic. That's my theory. Fuck, I can't get this right. I also tend to be, like, really hard on myself, where, like, if I don't get it right the first time, I'm just like, I am an idiot, and I'm like, no. Yesterday, I was learning how to use a new software, and I shat on myself for an hour, like, freaked out. I was like, I'm so stupid, blah, 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 and chat was like, you're not stupid, like, it's your first time doing this, you've never encountered this software before. I was like, yeah, but I'm not getting it right away. Oh, that looks wild. It's okay to take your time sometimes, guys.
When you're learning something new after the age of what? Well, it's just learning something new. You can't just expect to go in there and know it all.
Well, not with that attitude. Yeah. Not with that attitude. Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself of that. Like, I think that sometimes I'm, like, really hard on myself, and then, like, I will expect myself to know how to do something right off the bat, and because I usually, like, will be able to learn it eventually, but I'll just, like, be really mean to myself and be like, you're not getting it right away, and it's, like, it's terrible. I'm trying to counteract that with, like, every time if I happen to, like, say something to myself like that, then I'll, like, counteract it by being like, no, you're great.
Armbar. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he is so lucky it's almost near the end. Oh, he got
that's so
lucky.
Wild. But it's crazy because they'll be doing that, and then, like, the whistle bell blows, and then they're just like, oh yeah, cool, good game, and you're like,
yeah.
Like, I really applaud that sportsmanship.
I mean, I get it. Like, that's how I would be. I'm like, you can't really... I don't understand, like, fighters that, like... I mean, obviously, if it's, like, a blood feud, like, they actually hate each other, it's a little different.
Yeah.
If you're fighting someone, like, I just can't fathom, like, getting actually mad at them. It's like, what the hell are you here for?
Right? Like, you signed up for this.
To me, like, getting mad at them, like, when they have you in a submission that could hurt you, it's
yeah.
like, you're so entitled. Like, you can't just expect them not to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Also, like in training, though, right? It's like, if you're, like, there's a different time where, like, in training, you're not trying to hurt the other person, and you're trying to actually, like, preserve their, like, joints and shit like that. Like, to an extent. They still fuck each other up, but to an extent, like, you're trying not to, like, dislocate their arm or, like, blah, 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 blah. Especially if you're, like, working on one thing and you're not, like, because the person's not ready for, you know, to defend themselves against a different attack. But once you're in the octagon, like, there's no, all those things are off the table, and, like, your job is to try to hurt the other person. Yeah, so if you get mad, that's on you, bruv.
But yeah, and when I did, like, submission wrestling classes, they would say, put the move in. Like, if you're sparring, put the move in, but just don't apply full pressure. Just get them just to the point where it hurts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, obviously, in an actual fight, yeah, apply the freaking pressure. You're trying to win a fight.
Yeah. And also, like, it's important to know where those points are, too. Whether it's, like, in, you know, grappling, or, striking, right? Like, you want to know where something's effective. That's so crazy. There's been so many times in this fight where, like, other fighters, I feel like, would not have made it, but Dustin just, like, is built different. Like, he's just insane. He's like, nah, you know what? We're not doing that. Kick.
Oh.
Spin, motherfucker, spin.
Oh.
Oh, wild. My notes also say that there was, like, a hype train for Saint-Denis, but then after this, it just kind of, like, he was worried that it was going to affect it. But still.
Oh!
Jeez.
Oh, choke him out.
That's insanity.
Oh, he's done.
Oh,
he's done.
Jesus.
He's done.
Yeah. Dustin's got these, like, wildly heavy hands that, like, if you get caught with one of them, you're done. continuously. Oh,
Dustin.
jeez. Wild, right? Oh, see, there's Trump.
Oh, there's Trump.
There he is. And Ivanka. But... Riha. What are they? Did you catch which division this was?
I think this was lightweight.
Lightweight?
Yeah, it's lightweight.
Lightweight. Where are you at? You would think he's like on the front somewhere. I'm probably again like missing him.
Is this the so the next one's
Aw, Tony.
Nassourdine Imavov?
Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje at UFC 300. For those of you that already know what we're watching, is what we're watching. Riha.
Gotcha.
This was the title bout, I believe, for UFC 300. Was it?
So this is like the main fight?
I believe so. Hold on. How do we not remember this anymore? No, JK, it was not. It was not the main fight. It was the third from the top. Sorry, it wasn't even the main fight. It was Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill, Zhang Weili versus Yan Xiaonan, which is interesting because she also recently fought like UFC 314. And then it was Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
Gotcha.
So this is third from the top. It's not even the main bout, but Riha. I need to pee.
Yeah, let's take a little piss break.
Yeah, I was like, I think I might go run to the bathroom really quickly, guys, and Ryan
right
will
back.
too, because I can't talk or focus when I need to pee. I don't know about y'all. So we will BRB 1 second. Do 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 do. Ryan was like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not ready. I'm never ready." I have my shit together like none of the time. Oh no. See, this is what I mean. I'm just chronically behind, but also sometimes ahead, so it flip-flops itself out. It's the ADHD. We're watching Max Holloway. Yeah, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje, UFC 300. This is the third from the top fight, but just, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see Ryan's reaction. Yeah, countdown whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm stoked. Touch tips now.
Oh, this is a main event.
It looks like a main event, but it's also just because, like,
They said it's closing
they're
out.
they're both quite, like,
What's BMF?
Sure is, yeah. They're also, like, big fighters, right? So it was drawing a lot of attention.
What's the BMF championship? Big motherfucker?
Let me go Google.
I walked to the gym today.
You what?
I go walk to the gym today.
That sounds nice. Baddest motherfucker.
Oh.
Is a championship is a unique unofficial title introduced to celebrate fighters known for their toughness and fighting spirit rather than traditional rankings or weight classes. It was first awarded in UFC 244 in November 2019, where Jorge Masvidal defeated Nate Diaz to become inaugural BMF champion. The title remained dormant until UFC 291 in July 2023, when Justin Gaethje proclaimed it by knocking out Dustin Poirier. Gaethje's reign was short-lived. We'll find out why. Yeehaw, and then I won't read the rest.
I guess it's gonna serve as a spoiler.
We'll find.
Honestly, I don't even know who.
Huh?
I don't even know who these guys are. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Good. Just continue not knowing that.
Well, I wouldn't be much of a student of the game. I just continue not knowing.
Well, sometimes it's fun when you don't know.
Yeah, but like you want to know after the fact. That's just being ignorant. But after the fact, I still don't know.
It's how you learn. It's how you learn.
You said continue not knowing. You didn't say you're gonna learn here.
Do both.
That's not even a thing.
Don't worry about it, man. What is their freaking weight class?
BMF?
Well, I feel like that's just the title.
Baby mama fighters? Like what?
Baby mama fighter? Do they fight the baby mamas or do they fight over baby mamas?
Do they have baby mamas? But do they have the same baby mama? Like, are they fighting for her honor?
I'm pretty sure.
I have to talk about that.
I'm pretty sure that Max is like married, and then Justin like still doesn't have a person. I saw like a thing on it recently. But he does smoke a shit ton of weed.
Oh, okay. So that basically is a relationship.
Exactly.
Well, maybe he's living a celebrity lifestyle.
He's great. They're both great. Do they both have Monster on their shorts? I think so. It's when when both of them have it, that's my favorite. Like Sean and DDP both had it. I don't know if it's like a Monster sponsorship or if it means something, but I think it's cool. Because Huh?
It's obviously a sponsorship.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm like, aren't they all sponsored? It's like, I have like a whole theory on it where I'm just like, is it Monster's favorite like pick for that fight? or are they just both sponsored by them, or is it like something else? But I think it's cool. Like, are they hinting at something? Because they obviously
wearing shorts. They look like underwear.
Yeah, they kind of get to choose. Well, what is he, from Hawaii, I believe? So that's like it's like a whole rep kind of time. Because when they get up to like the higher fights and like the fighters that have been there for a while, see, I'm pretty sure he has a small little. No, he doesn't. They like get to design, I guess, or I don't know who designs them for it, but they all get to have all these like cool shorts, and usually they like represent something of them.
Okay.
Like they're like home, either like where they're from or like one of their like important values or whatever. Islam had his shorts for UFC, whatever, the one that he just did. And it had like a sword and the mountains on it, and it's very like, you know, warrior type. I mean, they're all warriors, but like it depends on where you're from. So that one has like the hibiscus flowers, I'm pretty sure. The white shorts.
Oh!
I'm not saying names because I don't want to spoil anything.
That was a good spin kick right at the last second. He's almost like went flying out of the cage.
I love that Justin always looks slightly confused as to what he's up to. Or he just looks like he doesn't give a shit. Oh, jeez. Yikes.
That was a nice blow in the last second too.
Oh, fuck, broken noses. That's so gross. So gross.
Oh, he's
Poor
bleeding.
Justin. Beep. Beep. Nope. Beep. Sneep, snoop. Sneep. Snoop. There we go. I don't want to kick there, though. There we go.
One of the things, right? To start talking to these people that watch fights, you don't realize that everything can change in one moment.
Getting that call over now. Jesus.
And that's remaining despite the big nose, I really like the one.
That's insanity. Justin also has really heavy fists, so like, he's also one of those fighters, like really good striker, that like if he lands a strike, like if he lands a good punch strike at your face, usually it just like knocks his opponents out cold. So some of them just have this like ability to, like, they just have insane power behind their striking, and that's like their tang. But he's also good at grappling. Is that true? I believe. Maybe.
You tell me.
Fine.
I mean, I don't know.
Justin.
Oh, he's gushing.
Oof.
Oh, he's banged up.
What was that? Timeout for what?
You got
Eye poke?
got poked in the eye.
Yeah. Best known for striking. Yeah, fucking eyeballs, dude. That sucks. Striking especially his powerful leg kicks and aggressive stand-up style, pressure fighting. He constantly moves forward, breaking opponents down mentally and physically. That pressure thing, incredible. Chin and toughness. He can take a ridiculous amount of punishment and keep going. wrestling background, so he does have that wrestling background. He was an NCAA Division Division 1 All-American wrestler, though he rarely uses it offensively in MMA. And fighting IQ and improvement in recent years, he's been more tactical and conserving energy and picking better shots. So yeah, striking, pressure, toughness, and wrestling base. But you can tell, like, that's what I'm saying, is that, like, you can tell when a fighter is, like, down for wrestling and he's not just a striker. They just don't show as much, like, fear in when or if they're going to be taken down, right? Like, they're comfortable with that concept, and so they're comfortable pressuring or whatever.
And, you speak to Max and being in that position in his career right now, we're both for the champion, looking for something big. You pull that down to fight the point. But how about just taking this number, potentially the number one contender? Right. When you're talking about people that love to fight, you're speaking of these two athletes.
And they're both fighters that are, like, again, passionate about their craft. Like, they're here for the fighting and for the whatever, so they, like, commit their existence to it. True. Punch, punch, punch. Spin. Jesus. Oh, I do remember this, yeah, because I was like, I forgot the broken nose entirely. That's gone out of my brain. I remember watching this live. It was insane. We went to Sidelines, and it was insane. There were so many people there.
This poor guy.
And for this fight,
He's got the other eye.
jeez, that sucks. No eyeballs, bro. For Justin, sorry. I gotta finish actually saying my sentences.
Also compromised just with that nose. Please don't make me get involved in this fight. Yeah. You hear someone with the yelling, keep the pressure. It's a very strong contrast.
Pressure, Justin, pressure.
I think you recognize that a fighter, an athlete, is injured.
It's crazy, like, you can see the, like, bruising and stuff like that kind of pop up as it goes. I can't imagine. You can, like, hear it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts so far?
I feel really bad for Holloway.
Why?
Oh, sorry. Who's the guy with the?
Black shorts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My bad.
Spicy.
Yeah, I feel really bad for him.
Yeah. That's okay. Still, like, surviving in that fucking ring, just insanity. I'm also going to remind everybody to vote. Voting is on the 28th of April in Canada. Go vote, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to do that every time until voting ends. Yeah.
I've already voted.
Yes, and then Ryan's voted.
Check out the new ESPN NLO show, Good God, Bad Guy, with David Poirier and Cheryl Top. Watch on YouTube, ESPN 2 Plus, and listen wherever you get your podcasts. They see it show every Monday and Thursday. Don't miss it.
I thought that was me. Not. It is is not. Oh, there goes my headphone. Oh no. Oh no. I have 2 AirPods because I keep losing this AirPod. And then I bought a new one off of like Marketplace and almost immediately lost the second one while we were actually walking home from wherever. And I was watching UFC on my phone, and then it started snowing. It was like the first snowfall. And then we may or may not have done some jujitsu in the snow. May or may not have. And as I was going down, I was just like, shit. And my headphone fell out into the snow, and then white headphone and white snow.
You did jujitsu in the snow with headphones on?
Well, yeah. It was like, I want to say it was unexpected jujitsu, but it was just like bad decisions on my part where I just didn't take it out because I was like, it'll stay in, and if it doesn't stay in, then I'll find it. And But 5 seconds after I had that thought where I was like, or maybe I should take it out, it just came out and then it was gone. And I was like, this is karma. This is my own doing.
Yeah, that's pretty good self-awareness on the situation.
I did this to myself. I am the problem.
That looks better now that the blood's all... Ooh, nice. Now that the blood's all gone.
The what?
The blood is all gone?
Yeah. It's crazy too because they'll like wipe them off and then they'll like literally just glue them back together and shit mid situation.
Oh, just barely ducked that one.
Yeah, we just did that in the game. Oof, rough. Jesus.
He's getting disoriented. You can tell by his strike.
Ouch. Yeah, that one. Jab, cross, under. Spin, kick, nope. Spin. This kick. Fuck me, come on, man. No, this one. Nope, this one. Gotta get my hands We're getting there. It's just... I hate using all my fingers, but I know I should. It's the proper way to do things if you want to get good. See, there's this thing.
Ooh.
Spin, mother. Not Justin, just me. I would love some shumai right now.
What?
Shumai? It's like the shrimp dumplings.
Never even heard of it.
Really?
Never.
Did you not go to dim sum with people when everyone was going through that dim sum phase? That dim sum phase is forever. I fucking love Chinese food.
They're asking Chief to be taking a shot out right now. They don't want me to take my next two. Right, and I'm Harold Holloway. Come on, Michael. Dollar, 4 on the rest. Another one of those small.
Oh.
Well, all these rounds are close. We're running the next two. You need to play. Right? Too much right now. Right? Get on him, drop the ball, and meet him. But I don't want that right hand going over your shoulder. It's over.
Aw, look at him. Adorable.
Yeah. Okay. And when we move, then I'll just I mean, every so often you working with almost a lot. That's my name. Let's go. Keep it going, Matt. Championship rounds are upon us. Short stuff from Yusuff in the black round pools that are ready.
That's adorable. Reha boys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's footage of this on my Instagram of us going to see UFC 300. That was a fucking great event.
I mean, I imagine every like 150 is like a big deal to them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Was it like 200? I think, or 100? I don't know. GSP fought on that one.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I remember UFC 100 being a big deal. I think Lesnar was on that too.
Very, very smart.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Gaethje really.
Oh, jeez.
Gaethje needs to knock him out.
Yeah, he's
Or tap him out.
cut.
Oh.
Insanity.
Well, that left leg was grotesque. And yet, narrow left. Yeah, barely showing the aspect. Max's craft to the justice is very evident because when they go through these extended combinations, Holloway's able to get his shots off and then evade. And he's making JT miss. He goes big hook. That's what he needs to do. Look, he needs to cut down his jab a little bit more and try to set Holloway up. That one hurt.
Wild. Jeez. It's crazy because they're showing so much like pressure and aggression, right? Like for such a long time in the fourth round.
Right.
Like it's just incredible that they're still so active.
I mean, it's got to be painful as hell, but he's not showing any negative effects. And now you, yeah, back into the ring. Really won't face the being active.
Yeah, he needs to. I don't know if the leg kicks are going to work so much. I mean, it might.
Well, because remember, it's still points, though, right? Like, you still get points for
Holloway or Gaethje needs to knock him out. Like, you can't really like rely on points.
Yeah. Well, no, well, ish, right? Because they're both earning points here. I don't know. I don't know what the count was for the finish, but it's like every time they land a punch, they get a point. So he could be. They've both landed quite a bit, right? It's like he's just really hurt, but if he were to land more points than him, even though he's hurt, he would still win, right? So it's like if he like broke his nose if Holloway, for example, broke his nose, and he was just like covered in blood, but then if Gaethje landed like more punches, whether it's like body, head, whatever, like he would still win by count.
Right.
But they're scoring you on like, it's like aggression, octagon control, dominant strikes, whatever. There's like a list. Oh. Google it.
Yeah.
Much better round to jump in the Yeah, he might have been but he had been knocked down.
Oh. Yeah, Gaethje needs to knock him out. Like, that's what's happening.
Yeah, with these guys though. In a UFC bout, fighters are scored based on the 10-point must system, which is the same scoring system used in boxing. Effective striking and grappling, most important, striking clean, impactful strikes that cause damage, so that's that count that you have, depending on where and all that stuff. Grappling, successful takedown, submission attempts, control, and transitions. So for each like submission attempt where they like try to shoot for their like leg and shit like that, or whatever, they're all gaining points for all those things. If it's successful, it gets more. Effective aggressiveness, moving forward, pressuring your opponent and attempting to finish the fight, that's the pressure. Only considering if effective striking grappling is even. I don't know what that means. Only considered if effective striking and grappling is even. Octagon control, who is dictating the pace and location of the fight, that's back to that pressure. And then again, also only factored in if striking and grappling and aggressiveness are equal. And then the scoring system is like clear winner of round, dominant winner, complete domination, or very close. And so there's like a hierarchy of like basically damage, control, aggression, and then movement as to how they are scored.
Right.
And then obviously if you like knock them out, then you win.
Yeah. What's happening? Oh.
Three. Da-na-na.
Jeopardy. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I feel like Gaethje's gonna turn up the intensity because he's gonna be going for that knockout. So I think Holloway needs to fight a bit more conservatively. I think he's like, as long as he doesn't blow him out of the water, I think he's got the fight in the bag.
Jesus. It's also because I feel like Gaethje's like a little, I don't know, he's like stockier or bigger a little bit than Max, but like Max still fights so well. So technical. Imagine thinking that fast, like it's crazy.
Yeah. Gotta be locked in. Oh. See, this is not good for Gaethje's done.
Oh, Jesus. Well.
I mean, he can, but it's like, it's really looking bad.
Jesus. I don't remember this part. Like, it's wild. I feel like for this fight, my brain just like turned off. You can do it.
I mean, I don't know that Matt Holloway's ever looked better. And we're talking about a guy that's a 57 championship all the time. I mean, the kind of opponent you thought.
Oh.
Looks yourself performance against Calvin Gainer. Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Put him on at his level, at that level. Like Calvin Gainer's not Justin Gainer.
I feel like Justin would be such a fun person to hang out with. I mean, most of them would be, but Justin's just...
Oh.
Jesus.
He
Yeah, they're just like... Huh?
He should have capitalized on that when he fell.
Yeah, but they're just like literally trying to like pull out all the stops at this point and just like get everything, get it all out. Whatever you can do. Like they get really aggressive in this last round. That's some crazy shit. A world of possibilities. Because again, a lot of them are like starting to teeter on this like not retire. They're not there yet, I guess. But with the new wave coming in, there's like a lot of drama around like the slightly older fighter. They're not old. They're slightly older than the newest generation coming in. So there's
for a fighter who's like over 30.
Yeah, well, like so there's just like stuff happening, and so it's big for everyone. But I had a thought, but I couldn't think of what it is. It's too close to the end. I can't use my brain right now.
Oh, fucking him.
My palms are sweating, and I know what's gonna happen.
There's no tougher guy in the UFC. And no Holloway has no difference more willing to do or die. Yeah.
Oh. Flying knee.
Another hard low kick.
Gotta knock him out. Oh.
Oh, that's cool. That was the rolling thing that he does. So cool. I don't know if you saw, but he pointed at... Yeah, there we go. He points at the thing, and he just starts swinging. Oh.
Holy crap, in the last second.
Yeah. Insanity.
You didn't even need that.
Right. I'm glad. That was the reaction I was hoping to get from you. Isn't that wild?
I was kind of hoping it was the other way, because that would be a true underdog, but that was still intense.
Yeah, but still, it was really impressive, because again, something Max and whatever, they're all kind of getting... They're kind of figuring out what they're doing next in their career. But Gaethje, I'm pretty sure this is like the first time, or like one of the first times that he gets knocked out like that, and it like... Because he recently fought again, I'm pretty sure he won. And everybody was wondering whether it was going to rattle him because he hadn't been knocked out. He hadn't been knocked out like this ever before, and so it was like a lot for him also just like mentally to figure it out. But yeah, some wild shit, last second knockout, everybody's been losing their minds. And this is like the contender for knockout of the year. And the way that he friggin' gets knocked out too.
On the button.
Right?
That's like
in the middle. So it's funny, because now you'll see it in fights, and when we watch stuff, you'll see fighters trying to point in the last seconds, or like even sometimes in the beginning. Like it was like Ilya pointed at the center, like in the beginning of his fight with whomever recently, or whoever was fighting. And so a lot of fighters will now try to do that, where it's like, okay, let's just like wail on each other and beat the shit out of each other in the middle. But like this only works in specific circumstances, like this. You gotta build up to it. Last second, yeah, it was crazy. Everybody went wild. I almost cried.
Oh, that's that freaking. Oh, I thought that was that Joe
Rogan meme. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
There's a video I have of, I'll share it again, where it's like the reactions of all of the fighters in the audience, and they're just all their faces.
Right. Yeah, that was some fun times.
But he's okay.
Yeah, that last knockout is. Hope so. I think I would have heard about it if he had like died.
No, I'm pretty sure UFC has never had anybody die. So which is
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, if it did happen, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, like, I would know.
But
Like, it
also,
would be all over the news.
yeah. It's pretty impressive though that they haven't. I don't know how they control that. But I'm glad that they
People
haven't.
died in the ring, so
In the what?
in the wrestling ring, people died in the ring.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video or whatever. That's wild. But I feel like that one also, the dude that like fell or whatever, that one's also like, I feel like
No, like,
that's
it's not even that. Like, someone's actually died wrestling a match. That was like a
oh,
stunt gone wrong. Yeah.
jeez. Yeah. Because I was gonna say that one wasn't necessarily the wrestling. It was more of like the stunts and whatever, the blah 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 going technical issues.
No,
You
like,
know?
someone died in the ring, like, wrestling, because of what happened.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio technically killed a guy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's really sad. That's a way to end this. That's dark. Well, you know. I don't know. I hope that they so he gets the BMF champion. I hope that they figure out some safety rules and regulations around that. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I don't know. I think more awareness towards both sports. Like the more awareness there is, the more followers there are. Like the more, you know, safety there comes with all of that, because you know you can regulate and create safety if you if more people care about the topic. So that's what we're here for, partially. Yeah, that's all I've got for today. What are your thoughts? Give me your opinions and comments, concerns about what you got to see today.
I think I said everything I need to say. Like, just more UFC in action. I'm excited for WrestleMania tonight. Tell me about your first WrestleMania experience. That'd be great to hear.
I'm stoked.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm stoked. We're gonna do some stuff. But we're gonna see you guys again on Monday. So we're gonna do a rundown of WrestleMania and then potentially other things in the works.
Monday will be the big WrestleMania fallout, where all the actions from WrestleMania are gonna come out to play on Monday night. So
do they
a big,
sorry, do they on Monday, like, because it's gonna be Raw again, right, on Monday? Do they talk about I'm sure they do, right? Like they talk about WrestleMania and how it went.
Everyone who fought at WrestleMania, they're gonna talk about like their loss or their victory and this and that. Typically, like people like start to debut the Raw after WrestleMania and then return. That happens a lot of times. Obviously, like you're probably not gonna know any of these people, but you're gonna be introduced to them.
Cool. That was another thing. Hold on. I was watching, like, one of the, because I'm watching wrestlers, I was watching one of the dudes, and he was talking about how, like, because they know, right, beforehand, and then, like, who's gonna win and who's gonna lose, and then, like, it either, you can, like, see it on their faces, or, like, it makes them fight harder, or, like, less, or whatever, and in that moment, that was where, like, the acting thing came into for me, where I was just like, yeah, like, I totally didn't think about, when you say that you're looking for stuff, I was just like, I get when you, like, see it for longer, you're not even looking for, like, how it's going, but also just like clues, because it's like a psychological thing of like as to find out whether, because they know, right, and like hints at whether like who's gonna win and lose. So I was like, that's really cool, like just finding hints and like the attitude of each fighter. And
yeah, sometimes you can see it on their face that they're gonna lose.
But that's crazy, because like it's crazy that they're doing this whole masking thing, and it's just like you have to like fight, you have to like do the thing, you have to like be aware of the crowd, but you also have to make sure that you're like controlling your feelings and like your shit to the point where like you're not letting out that that information. And I think that's really awesome. I wouldn't be able to do it. You could see it on my face immediately.
Yeah,
it's fucking useless. Great, it's fine. Okay, coolio. I love you guys. Happy Saturday. Happy UFC. Enjoy your day.
Make sure y'all watch WrestleMania.
Make sure y'all watch WrestleMania. It's on Netflix. Drink lots of water. With turmeric, preferably. And you have to put black pepper in it to activate it, because potions and shit. Okay. Alright, I love you guys. Good night. Good day. Good whatever. WrestleMania. Yeehaw.